Are you ready for door number 10? Well, let's get going with it. So, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today we have door number 10 of our virtual advent calendar. And I thought I'd grab something a little bit different today. And I've raided my box of stamps and dice that I've been picking up. This is one that I've got from Crafters Companion, and it came from one of the Crafters Companion's physical shops. We've got one not too far away from here, and I've been a couple of times. It was just £2 for this entire set. I think they're kind of like ex-demo type sets, because they look like they've been possibly used. But for £2 for a set of dies and the matching stamps, I don't mind it. They're a bit used. So I thought we'd make up this card. We've got this beautiful little scenery that we can put in the corners. We've got some gorgeous butterflies. I've picked out my colours to be able to colour this in. So let's get started with it. I am going to do it on a little 4x4 card. I just wanted a really nice dinky little card today. Because I'm going to be using my alcohol markers, I'm actually going to make the scene up on a piece of white cardstock first, that I will then put onto my card blank, simply because what I don't want to do is build this up on here and then colour it in, because the colour goes through the cardstock. So I'm just going to grab my cutter first, and I just want to measure my card, because some of these are the correct size and some of them aren't quite. So that's just shy of 4 by just shy of 4, which is good. Some of the ones I've had in the past have been like quite a bit off, like the 6x6 cards are actually only, I think it's 5 3/4. So it's very difficult. So I'm going to cut this in. I'm going to cut this in this actually, because I might put a gold or silver mirror just to give a little bit of frame. Not 100% sure, but I might do. So let's cut this down. So now I've got the size of card that I'm working with. Pop that over here. Oops. And for this, I'm going to be using my trusty stamping mat. This is the Tim Holtz by Tonic Studios stamping platform, and I find it easier to use. Let's open up this and see what we want to work with. So you get this, which is, it says it's a penny slider instructions. So it's got the instructions of how to make a type of card. We'll pop that over there, because you never know when that might come in handy. We have the set of stamps. So we've got the 2 corner stamps that are going to fill that edge in. We've then got 2 different butterflies, and we have the matching butterfly die, so I can die cut my butterflies out beautifully. And then we have the gorgeous sentiments as well. Now I think I might want to put some like pale blue on here, primarily at the top, just to give some sort of like sky effect. What have we got? Stormy Sky. I think that'll be too dark. Shaded lilac. Thought I got a pale blue. I've got this tumbled glass, which I think would work. Now I must admit, I'm not the best at doing this, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to do it just on the top here. It can kind of act as like a blending plate. I just want to add a little bit of colour to this so that it's not a stark white background. So I've just grabbed one of my blending brushes, and I'm just going to pick some of this ink up. I want to make sure I've got plenty on here. I'm just going to come across here like this. Got it on my fingers, look. All I'm really doing here is just trying to make this look a bit more natural, I guess. Bring it in. I don't need it to be dark blue. It's just so that it looks a little bit like the sky. There we go. Brush that out a little bit. We're going to add some colour with the green leaves and that anyway. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Pop those over there. So that one was the Tumbled Glass, a gorgeous pale blue, and I think that that just takes off that stark whiteness that we had. I'm going to lift this and hope it doesn't catch you, which it might. Eek. I'll pull it back. So we're going to pop our cardstock on. Now, because I'm going to be stamping to begin with right at the very bottom, I need to make sure I've got room here to pop those stamps on. I'm just going to, apologies, lift you up ever so slightly. There we go. I've now got room and clearance to be able to flick this over. So I'm going to take the stamps that I want. So we have this edge stamp here, which I'm going to sit right there. And then I have this one. I might actually stamp this ever so slightly off. Apologies guys, I'm talking to myself again, aren't I? There we go. So I'm going to flick this over, and we're going to pick up those stamps, lift it very carefully, and then I'm going to use my VersaFine because I'm going to be going in with some alcohol pens, so I don't want this to move. We're just going to ink that stamp up. Make sure you capture all of that detail, and then we're going to flick it over. I'm going to press it down. I just want to make sure that we get this stamp all on that back end. I'm going to lift that up. How beautiful is that? Absolutely love it. So I'm going to pull that out from there and I'll pop that to one side and let that dry. I'm going to give my stamp a quick wipe. What have I done with my stamp cleaner again? Oh, here it is. So I just use a reusable face wipe. I make these myself. And I always quality check them, so if there's something I'm not quite happy with, so like this one, as I was sewing it, I didn't quite catch the edge, so I've took it out and I'm just going to use it for my stamps. Wipes them, I can put them in the wash, I can wash them. It might not take all of that ink out, but at least I know the wet ink has gone. Oops, escaping stamp. So I'm going to pop this back on here. One on there like that, and this one on here like that, and then I'm going to take this stamp and the other butterfly stamp, and I'm going to stamp one of each of these out as well. This is just going to go on the same white cardstock. That one there, that one underneath it. Pick up the stamps. Again, going in with my VersaFine again. Ink them up. Over, press that down. Lift that up. Didn't quite catch on this bottom one, so I'm just going to re-ink this bottom one up. Better. So again, I'm going to wipe my butterflies before I put them back. Move this out of the way. I am going to need my stamping platform later so I can put my sentiment in, but I want to kind of build up my card first before I choose the sentiment I use. These back. Oops. There we go, put those over there. And then we're just going to start colouring this in, I guess. I'm going to use the ones that I picked up from eBay purely because they're right here at the side of me, in all honesty. And to be fair, I do have most of the colours. Like, I've got a better range of colours in this, to be fair. I am going to, what I tend to do if you're new to the channel, I tend to do like test colours on the same piece of paper, just so I know that I'm happy with the colour I pick for what I want it for, just before I kind of dive right in and start colouring. I feel like I want something quite bright and colourful. I'm going to do one of them with some orange. And I'm not making these to look like an actual genuine butterfly. I'm just picking the colours that I like. Ooh, squeaky. And then we've got this gorgeous orange for the inside. Go. Then I think I'm going to go for pink and purple on the other one. So what colour is this one like? Nice. I'm not sure it's the colour I'm necessarily after. It's this one. That one's a nice colour. want it a bit brighter than that. It's this one. Might go for those two. I think I'll go for the pink on the inside. Definitely going to go for this sort of pinky colour on this big section here. Like so. And then, I don't know, I might go opposite, and then I might go for this one on the outside here. Like so. Go. 86 goes there, and then we'll go for the purple on the inside of this one. And on the outside of this one. I really like those. I think those colours look really nice together. So that's our little butterflies coloured in. And then I'm going to bring this back. And I want to add in some green into these. Don't know what colours to go for. Oh, no, definitely need darker than that. I've got lots of greens, it's just deciding which ones. That's a nice green, keep that one out, that's a possibility. What's this one? That one again for something a little bit darker. No, I don't want turquoise green. I do have this one for really dark green. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think that one's a better option, isn't it? Just want to have a couple of different colour options really, just so I can colour all of these in slightly different. So I think I'm going to go for this slightly darker green in here. And I'm just ever so lightly tapping the page. I want to try and have as minimal ink spread as I possibly can, and it is really hard, and sometimes it's not possible to stop the spread of the ink entirely, but I'm certainly trying my best. There we go. So that side, I'm going to come in and do the exact same on this. we go. Not perfect colouring, but it's working. There we go. And then I'm going to go for this slightly. This is the in-between green, which I kind of want to do for the grass and the base area. So, let's... go. So again, just trying my best. It's going to be very difficult because this isn't a... like, this is the fine tip, but it's not that fine, if that makes sense. So it still has a little bit of chunkiness to it. There we go. Then back up this side again. What we got? Go. Not perfect, but you can see how we're starting to build up this colour. So then I have this, again, a slightly paler green, so I'm going to come in and colour in some of these larger leaves. So we've got that, we've got this here. Go. Again, we've got that matching leaf here, and then we have these ones this side. There we go. Now I want to start adding in some colour because we've got a few little like actual flowers here. So let me pop my greens back in here. 54, 55, 56. There we go. Now I'm going to start bringing in some colour. So these here could have been white drops. I'm going to try and do them more as maybe blue. I think I want like a paley bluey purple. I think. Essentially I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Look at this. Let's try this. This may be a bit pale. This I think is going to be too blue. Yeah. What's this one? I guess that one would be okay. This one really is going to be more of like a dotting type job because they're very, very small. Just adding a touch of colour. There we go. And then I'm thinking maybe a bit of yellow. See if we can get a bit of yellow working on here. Something to bring some colour in. So I'm going to go for this one. And then bit of pink. And then a bit of orange. There we go. So not like amazing. I'm not a professional colour or anything. These are just using those eBay alcohol markers. But that's just added a little bit of colour into there, and I really like that. So next job is to die cut out these little butterflies. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut this down like so. And this is what in cutting this out and doing this on a separate sheet, this is what we are going to avoid seeing on our card. So this is going to sit nicely on there. As I say, I may put a little mirror border around there. But when they open the card, they're not going to see where all your colouring was. So we've got that. I'm going to take off my 2 dies that I need. There we go. I've got my plates here. So I'm going to take this and pop this on here. And then I just need my low tack tape. So we're just going to line these up as best as we can. And stick it down using the low tack tape. And then we're going to do the same for this one at the top. Then we're going to run that through our die cutting machine. I'm using my Sizzix Sidekick. It's my favourite for little projects like this. There is one little butterfly. And that is the second one. Pop these back on here now while I think about it, because otherwise I will forget. I know I will. Put that over there. So now what we have is these gorgeous butterflies. Put one there, one up there, and then that leaves me room here for a sentiment. And that will fit beautifully in that corner there. So I'm going to bring back my stamping platform. Put my little magnets on. Make sure I have it lined up exactly where I want it. Flick that and pick that up. I'm going to use my VersaFine marker, my VersaFine ink again. Lift it ink it. Pop this down. Lift that up. So it's not quite caught on the top, but that's okay. We'll ink the stamp back up again. Flick it back over. There we go. Flying by with butterfly wishes. And this is the great thing about these types of stamping platforms. You can easily go back in and restamp where it's missed the first time. Give my stamp a quick wipe. Peel it off and pop this out the way. Don't need this now. So I am just going to give my ink a second to dry while we line our card, because I have decided I am going to line it. I always have to, don't I? So I'm going to line it with, I think it's going to go really nicely with the rainbow mirror that we've got. So I'm going to take my ATG. Take my rainbow mirror. There we go. Stick that down and just give it a quick trim round. There we go. Put those to one side, and then we're going to pop this onto here. Look at that gorgeous rainbow mirror just in the background of that. So should now be dry. So again, I'm going to bring in my ATG because we're going to stick this flat, and I'm going to lift up my butterflies. Okay. And then I'll use these little foam pieces because, quite honestly, it's about all I've got left. One and two. And then that, like that. One and two. Put that back that on there like that. And that is today's card. Now you can embellish this even further. You can pop rhinestones, gems, glitter glue. I just don't know if I want to. I am looking at my glitter glues, and I do have some glitter glues that would match this butterfly. I haven't smudged this one, to be fair. No, because I haven't got a red glitter, but I do have this gorgeous purple glitter. Oh, do I, don't I? Oh, you guys know me, I'm a bit risky, aren't I? Just need to give this a shake. I'm just going to pause you a second while I just give my glitter glues a good shake. Right, so I've got this gorgeous purple and I've got this pink that I think would actually really match this up here. So let's just give it a go. There we go. And this one's the pink one. I'm not going for thick because I'm not going for texture on this. What I'm going for is just some glitter. Just going for a little bit of sparkle. That's the pink done. Actually looking really, really beautiful. I hope it's picking up on the camera. There we go. So all I've done is just add some glitter glue onto that just to try and make that sparkle. I don't have anything to match that one. I don't have any red glitter glue at all. That will dry flat, but just look at that. At the end of the advent calendar, I'm going to do a video showing all of the cards that we made so that you can see them all once they've dried and finished and complete. But that is today's advent calendar card for you. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's inspired you to get your craft goodies out. If you like this video, if you like this style of card, please let me know in the comments down below, because I think I want to start doing more of the stamp style cards. Now I've got my stamping platform, it definitely makes it a lot easier, and I think I'm going to start looking for more of these types of stamps and matching dies so that I'm not having to try and fussy cut. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like and the notification bell. There's also a link in the description box to the Buy Me a Coffee website for our profile on there. So if you'd like to support us and go over and buy us up a coffee, then please feel free to do so. We are building up a bit of a wish list of things that we'd like to be able to purchase to just help us continue making these gorgeous cards. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now.